Chicago, nigga.
Chicago. Chicago. Welcome to my city. See the bright light skyscrapers looking pretty. Perfect skyline,
King Kong
from a city, and we still on the rise. More construction, keeping busy. Always bear down on your blue in the windy. Can't forget the Bulls, red and black run the city. Chicago, fire in the sky, WNB. White socks in the Cubs up in Wrigley. Got a couple rings like I played for the Blackhawks. Always on the ground when my feet hit the asphalt. Dedication, hard work, and preparation. Never giving up on the goals I've been chasing. When it goes down, I'ma be the main attraction. Better stand back when the camera start to flash.
Ain't got
countdown, buzzer beater, how the game go. Crowd goes wild, cause you know who they came for. Michael Jordan, D-Wade when I'm scoring. Great Walter Payton, John Tays when I'm enforcing. You already know I had to make an anthem. Shot-town in the building, and you know what I stand for. Chicago, it's the city of the wind. Clock runs down, we gon' grab another win. Chicago, known for the skyscrapers. Big city, big lights, and we all about the paper. Chicago, ain't another city like it. Right down Lakeshore, see newcomers all excited. Chicago, I'm in love with my city. I'ma rep it till I die. Seize up if you with me. Chicago.
Well, chat. Well, you know, I pretty much knew and said that this was going to happen when Rickea Jackson went down. I pretty much knew that this was going to happen if any one of those players had went down. Because like I mentioned it before, Courtney Vandersloot went down last year and he had no replacement. He took out no precautions. He took out no type of good decisions to go in. Well, Ari McDonald was there waiting on the couch. Well, Odyssey Sims was there waiting on the couch. But the Indiana Fever said, well, I'll take him. Because Jeff Pagliocca, I am convinced that he wants to powder puff cake this team. Yes, Chicago is the third blackest team in the country. Maybe so, but he is not making good decisions on trying to have a team that's diversified. Because who the hell is Sailor Puffenberger? No one knows who this person is. No one ever watched her in college. Don't nobody know, but he goes out, yes, because he got trash money to spend, and he goes and give it to Puffenberger because he go get the trash can. But nevertheless, welcome to the Crash Out Room with the Gingerbread Man. This is a place where you can get off whatever the hell you would like to get off. This is the Crash Out Room with my personal flim flams, the flokery, floom, and flops, I would say out of my mouth at times. And the way that I express myself, please don't get offended, because it's just the expression. Like, you know, the NWA back in the day used to say, express yourself. This is the way that I can express myself. What's up, boss? I see you in the building. Listen, my name is Bro Claude, and I am the Gingerbread Man. And this is an extension of Simply Ball Dropping Podcast with my main man, K-Sap. Steady Serving ENT is a podcast that deliberately supports the WNBA and all of women's basketball. I have declared and dedicated this channel for the women and the support of all of the women in the WNBA. And I also am a supporter of the Chicago Sky because why, bro, Claude? They be like, man, why you still supporting that team? Well, first of all, I'm a Chicago man. Second of all, I believe that if a person stands with you and stands and believe, I was with the Chicago Sky before Angel Reese got there. I was with the Chicago Sky before it was a Camila Cardoso. Matter of fact, I was with a Chicago Sky before it was an E-Wheel. Matter of fact, any of those teams outside of Azare Stevens and Courtney Vandersloot, I was already there supporting the Chicago Sky. So guess what? That's not going to change because I'm a man that stands to his principles and I stand what I stand on 1,000%. Because of emotions and different things that you have, that you got going on, you expect me to ride because I'm not that type of emotional guy. I'm an emotionally expressive guy, but I am not a send-off man. Never would I trade on you in the middle of battle. I believe in going in battle with my peeps and staying 10 toes down with whatever I am and have constituted in my mind. And we going to take whatever we going to take the way we going to take it. Yes, the Chicago Sky is my team. Yes. Do I have other teams? Yeah. Of course, I'm a roll and rap with Angel Reese. That's my baby bop and the reason why this podcast, this channel was even created. So yes, I'm an Atlanta Dream fan and a #1 advocate for Angel Reese. Yes, I support the Aces with Asia Wilson, my GOAT. Yes, I support the Minnesota Lynx. And especially they got Olivia Magic Miles over there. Y'all know this is nothing new. You've heard me many times on KSAP channel supporting the Minnesota Lynx and choosing them to go all the way. You have heard me many times talk about the Aces and how I chose the Aces last year to win it all, and they did. Yes, you have heard me this year talk about the Atlanta Dream with Angel Reese because it's basketball, guys. It's basketball. Tyler Marsh can't get the best out of his players. Something ain't right. Oh, yeah. So, boss, something ain't right. Over here, AC Chi-Town Calvin left me over there dealing with John Shaft he criticized and Camilla and everything. And Camilla had a good game with 6 blocks. 6 blocks. 5 assists. 12 points and 13 rebounds. 1 steal. And he want to criticize Camila Cardoso. Nah, you're not going to do it. Because as I said in the other chat, if this was Angel's numbers, she gonna get praised. And she will always be praised by me. So stop it. Don't come over here with the madness because I'm here for it. I'm for the shits over here in the crash out room. So I would just like to say and keep basketball as the main thing. Basketball for Chicago Sky have been a failure. Jeff Pagliocca and Tyler Marsh cannot figure out a dream team. If there was handed to them a failure with a 3-6 season, so far they have not beat what they had in the last 2 years. Once again, in the 3rd season of Jeff Pagliocca being the GM of this team, Jeff Pagliocca has failed, and failed again. Failed my sirs, failed my ma'ams in his job to do so. I want to give a shout out to my chat. I see you in here, King. Sister Donna Cox, I see you, Brother Dennis. in the building. I already told you that my boss is here. AC Chi-Town Calvin is in the building. Chicago Cheetah is here. We are here to represent and stand with me 10 toes down in what's going on here. But we have to analyze everything as we are supposed to do when we talk about basketball. In this game, you will see the crumbling of an offense that's supposed to be very, very, very dominant, because you have a 3-guard front. You have aggressive guards at your wheel. With Skylar Diggins, Tasha Cloud, Sidney Taylor, along with J.C. Sheldon, the defensive side is still not lacking. Though, yes, they scored 90 points tonight. But most of all, it's Chat. It's the shooting. It's the lack of. We can't get 3-point shots off on this team. And for whatever reason, Chicago Sky is dead last in that. You would think having Skylar Diggins there, you would think that she would have had a situation where Skylar Diggins would be able to get off whatever she needs to get off, playing a pick and roll with Natasha Cloud. You would think that this type of situation that is happening with this team would not happen. But it is. And I'm trying to tell you guys, it don't look like it's going to get better. It don't look like it's going to get better, because it looks like a horror film, chat. It's a blast from the past. It is what it is. The session is in order. Tyler Marsh don't know who to play. Natasha Cloud was playing bad, so he should have benched her for Taylor. Run Skylar at PG. Skylar, Sidney Taylor, shooting guard. Camilla at 5. Azare at 4. Sheldon at, I guess you were saying J.C. Sheldon should have been maybe switching at 1. Because J.C. Sheldon is too short to be anybody's 3 or 4. But yeah, you look at the stats and you look at what's going on here. This is terrible and awful. An awful thing. And yes, who would want to be on this level? Yeah, I see there is a lot of other things going on while I got my live on right now. But guess what, y'all? I'm going to keep it motherfucking real. To hell with what everybody else think that Camila Cardoso is a problem. Nope, not going to do it. What's up, Brian Lewis? What's going on? So, here you go, chat. I'm going to let you hear this shit, and we're going to talk about it, and we're going to elaborate on what's going on.
I think that's something, a lot of the things that, went wrong tonight. I think it's in our control. Turnovers was one of them, and that's on all of us. And rebounding was another, and again, that's on all of us, especially with their two bigs. And you know, that's guards' responsibility too, helping out in that area. But yeah, I think those are two things, like I said, that we control, that we can clean up, and we'll go back to the drawing board and do that.
JC, this has obviously been a really tough stretch for you guys. What was the message after this to just kind of keep you guys all aligned for the long haul?
Yeah, I think, like I said, we're going back to the drawing board on some stuff, and just holding each other accountable. And, you know, when we do hit that adversity, going through that together and keeping our composure through that, it's hard, right? Especially on the road. And I think that's an area we can grow in. But we didn't play our best basketball today. I don't think that's any secret. You know, credit to the Six, they played well, but I think we know we have a lot more in us.
You speak to going back to the drawing board. Some of the third quarters that you guys have had as a play, there's been some challenges there. Is that an area that you kind of pinpointed that probably could be tightened up a bit?
Yeah, and I think that, like I said, it goes back to the things we can control, everything within our control. And yeah, I think within those areas, I think we have it in us, right? We've seen it in our wins, and just holding each other accountable and holding everyone to that standard.
I don't want to just speak to the negatives. There were some positives. I think another double-double on Marsh exerted herself well. Just what did you see there offensively in stretches there that kind of gave smoothness for us and positive?
Yeah, I think you know, Scott does a good job in all of our guards, honestly, recognizing when she hasn't touched it in a while and getting her a touch, because she is such a force down there. Obviously, can score the ball at a really high level, and you know, protects the paint too for us. So I think getting her involved when we can, being able to recognize, you know, when she hasn't got touches, when the guards need some more touches, things like that. And like I said, we're pretty good at recognizing that.
Y'all answer me something. Why the hell is J.C. Sheldon there by herself? J.C. Sheldon didn't lose that game alone. Why do J.C. Sheldon with Natasha Cloud having a goose egg with nothing going on? She needs to be up on that doggone table. See, that's what I'm talking about, though. Don't be no goddamn coward. Don't be no coward. You want to take me on? Well, goddamn it, start your channel, do your thing, and then take me on. That's fine. I'll take the wins and the losses as they come. However it comes, that's the way I'm going to take it. Whatever you do, you doing it on purpose. And I know you doing it on purpose because you're not there at the table. You got that girl up there by her goddamn self. All them goddamn veterans. Azrae, you got to answer for it. You the $1 million lady. You got to have some goddamn answers for the people. While you want us to pay for some goddamn USA. Hell no. I mean some the U. You want us to pick up extra things to get us on the U. Hell no.
And I want to speak to you. You were definitely
watching your ass, dude.
Is that something just with coach to have a message to you about that? Because you just didn't seem to hesitate when you had opportunities.
Yeah. He's been telling me to shoot it more, and I need to. This team needs to be more aggressive. I need to be more aggressive, and yeah, just to shoot more shots. That's on all our guards really, because we have some really good scorers and some great shooters.
I want to speak to you about Sydney and just some of that work that she gives you guys off the bench.
Yeah, she's a spark, man. She's obviously a very high-level scorer. That's no secret. And then, you know, I think her defensive game is kind of overlooked too, because she affects the game in so many ways down there. She's so quick. She's got a lot of speed. You know, creates disruptions, honestly, on both ends of the floor, which helps us win. So it's been fun playing with her. Been playing with her a little more now, and it's fun. She makes both ends of the floor. You know, she helps us on both ends of the floor.
Listen.
Were there any
It ain't fun to fucking lose.
that he wanted you guys to execute where you felt like maybe you guys fell a little bit short tonight?
Yeah. And again, I think those are all controllables and things we could have done better. And even at the end there, I think, you know, I don't want to say we lacked our effort, but maybe focus and things that we should have executed a little better towards the end. But like I said, that's all in our control, and we'll go back and, you know, we're going to hold each other to that standard, so we'll be better.
And then we saw you guys flash the zone, I think just for a little bit in the third. Have you guys worked on that a ton? I feel like I've seen you guys maybe work on it once. I don't know if that was something that you had like already built up to.
Yeah, we've worked on it a lot in practice, walked through it, and gone through it a lot in practice. So when that time came, you know, we were going to be ready for it.
Brian?
So every team goes through like a tough patch. I just, for you, the early season identity for you guys is you guys on defense really kind of like, you know, made it rough for teams. What do you think that, I guess, identity is for you guys going forward? Is it still that, or just kind of what are your plans?
Yeah, I'd say it's still that, and it's something we got to get back to. I think Washington was a little more physical than us tonight, and I think that's usually where we one up people, right? I think we're a really physical defensive team and a really talented defensive team. So I think just getting back to that, being disruptive, and you know, that goes back to our communication and the way we gel with each other. But I think that's absolutely still our identity, and it's something we're getting back to.
GC, with Jade Lawson with 7 News, when you mentioned the communication and just the physicality, is there anybody that's, when you guys are down like that, that's in that circle, in that huddle, that's kind of being that leader and that voice for you all?
There's a lot of people, yeah, a lot of people. We have competitors, so everybody wants to win, right? So when adversity hits, you know, I think there's a lot of people who react accordingly, and I think now it's just going out there and showing on the floor too. But yeah, I think this whole team is full of competitors and people who hate losing. So yeah, a lot of people on this team.
Yeah. And as far as you guys going back to the drawing board, I mean, what exactly does that look like, as you mentioned, kind of being in a slump when it comes to?
Honestly, it's going back to the things we can control. I don't even want to call it going back to the drawing board. It's just controlling the controllables. And you know, tonight it was turnovers and rebounds, but yeah, just going back to the basics on those things, because we have a lot of people who are really good at hitting on the ball, a lot of people who are really good at rebounding the ball. So you know, we'll be better in those areas.
Time for a couple more for JC. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
I think it was very cowardly. I think it was very, very cowardly to have JC Sheldon up there by herself. Don't y'all agree, chat? I think it was very fucking cowardly to have JC Sheldon sit there and have all the answers. You should be mad. You should tell us what's going on. Say, Tyler Marsh, the rotations ain't shit. You should say, Tyler Marsh having Camila Cardoso sitting up there at the three-point line when she's 6'7" and he wants her on the rotation, for her to be up at the top of the key to sit there and watch people drive to the basket. It makes no sense, chat. He's not playing through Camila Cardoso. He's trying to do a 5-and-out offense that don't work. Not with this team and not with him ever. He's trying to have a 5-and-outs type of offense, and he cannot construct it. He got a goddamn 6'7" on the goddamn floor, and he's trying to do a 5-and-out with that 6'7". No disrespect, but Camila Cardoso ain't no goddamn Wemby. And even Wemby at times can't play the 5-and-out. They have to have him go on the inside at some point. Because they don't run it every single goddamn play. I was pointing it out time and time again, Tyler. That Camila Cardoso was just sitting up top, not being used for nothing on the offense. This is you and Jeff Pagliocca problem. And it's a serious problem. The fact of the matter is that you both have gotten yourself in a pickle. Because Tyler, he's going to throw you under the bus. He's going to say you're not what he's expected, but he's not what we expected either. We need to clean house. Michael Alter, sell a goddamn team, man. Don't nobody want to come watch this shit. Don't nobody want to come.
Yeah, we can start.
Hey, Coach Jade Lawson, testing 1, 2, 3. You good? Okay. Jade Lawson with 7 News. Welcome back to Washington, D.C. Obviously, a tough night for you all. Just a quick question for you. As far as the physicality goes, you know, when it comes down to this type of game, what are you telling your players in the huddle when they're down, you know, by 20?
That you got to keep fighting. There's never a point in a game where you stop or you quit. And I don't think we did that today. There's just there's a level of adversity that you go through throughout a game.
Listen, You did quit. The game was lost at halftime. This game was lost at halftime, chat. They never came back. They never came to cut the lead down. They never took the lead in this whole entire game. Tyler Marsh, what are you talking about? The game was already lost at halftime. To the point where it looked everybody was disinterested. Hell, some people in the chat was disinterested. What's going on? I see you. What's up? And it was salute, my brother. Long time. Long time. Welcome back, Cottage. I see you change your handle. What's going on, Autumn? What's going on, Autism? Hey, I see you in the chat. Listen, I'm going to tell y'all something. You already knew that this Tyler, stop doing that. Stop doing it. You know that this was a loss at halftime. Because you could see it in your players. Your players frustrated, Tyler. You running a system that they don't like. You're trying to get them to fit into a system that they don't fucking like.
And when it comes, you got to be prepared for it, and you got to be able to continue to fight through. And so, I think as the season goes on, it's obviously been a short season thus far, but it's always a chance to continue building upon good habits. And as long as there's time on the clock, you got a job to do and responsibilities out there. And so that's usually the communication during those times, on top of like the schematic stuff as well. And so, that's what communication is.
And just a quick follow-up, Sydney Taylor, who's just been so tremendous coming off the bench. Do you expect her to play a little bit more? I mean, 15 points, and I think she had 4 steals.
Yeah, I mean, her minutes have increased pretty regularly as the season has gone for, due to one, how she's playing, and another because of how injured we are right now. And so the good thing is she's made the most of her minutes thus far, and so we'll continue to see what that looks like as people get healthy and whatnot. But she's been playing well since she's been in the regular rotation, and so we love the spark that she gives us and the energy she gives us.
Brian.
Coach, the offensive flow in the second half got a little stagnant. From your standpoint, what did you like about the first half, and what did you guys get away from in the second half?
I think the physicality ramped up on Washington's end, and we relented a little bit in that area. From our side, also, we weren't getting enough stops in that second half, and they continued to dominate the glass, offensive glass, and that halts your ability to get out in transition and then get into a consistent flow and rhythm. And so, offensive rebounds is draining on a team, and so you got to be able to limit them to one possession, develop some energy, and be able to convert on the other end. We weren't.
You don't even have energy at this fucking press conference, Tyler. Can y'all feel what the fuck he's saying? Can you? I mean, God damn, yes, you had a loss. I lost with you. We all lost. We as fans, we lost too, Tyler. But goddamn, have some sense of fucking pride. You got to change, Tyler.
Double. Can you just speak to just her impact, and also just did you like where she was getting her touches and saw that she was kind of facilitating a little further out from the hub? I mean, from the nail, just to speak to just kind of how she was getting plus.
Yeah, she for first half, I thought she had it going a little bit and became a little bit tougher. We weren't able to take care of the ball enough in the second half specifically, but I thought Mill gave good energy for the majority of the minutes that she was out there. Still another game not getting to the free throw line is it's not her fault, but it's tough. I mean, at halftime, I think there were 6 fouls called on our post players and 0 called on there. So that's tough to deal with. It feels like it's a nightly thing, and a regular thing, and so we got to figure out what the issue is there. But aside from that, there's obviously more that can be given, but I thought that more often than not, Mill played well tonight.
I guess a quick follow-up on that. When you run into those scenarios, are those things that you guys are sending into the league to look at, or just kind of what is your
every time? Every time, very little response. So, but
I thought Z looked a little bit more like herself tonight. What did you think of her performance?
Yeah, she's still trying to get back into a consistent flow. I think get her legs back under. I mean, I guess 4 games in now, and so there's been an increase in her allotted minutes over the last 2 games, and so we're looking forward to getting her completely back in the swing of things in terms of her feeling like herself and giving her that confidence back. And so we're glad to see that minutes restriction lessening, and so we'll see how it goes moving forward.
And I guess just like, how are you feeling after this?
Frustrated like the rest of the locker room, but again, I got a job to do. I gotta go back to the drawing board and figure out how to fix some of our woes right now. And that's all you can do in these types of moments. And we're not the only team going through it right now. And so we're 9 games in. We can't keep letting nights like this slip away from us. At the same time, again, we're trying to continue to build good habits that don't slip away from us, as the games go on. So that's my job, and I'm gonna get back to it.
Time for a few more.
How have you seen some of the veteran players, so just not just the coaching staff, how have you seen the veteran players kind of getting into the mix as far as kind of helping reiterate that message about it being a long season and just kind of standing for the life?
Yeah, that communication has been there pretty regularly. At the same time, I think that if you talk to 1 through 14, everyone feels like they can give a little more, they can play a little bit better, coaching staff included. And so that's not lost amongst us all, but the communication has been in alignment top to bottom in terms of where we're at and where we're capable of going. And as long as you're aligned from that standpoint, I think that there's room for hope moving forward.
Alyssa?
And then the turnovers, like, it kind of feels like they kind of come out of nowhere. Like, the first few games are so strong with that. What have you seen?
Yeah, teams have been a little bit more physical as of late, and extended our offense a little bit further out, and just made it difficult for us to have that kind of freedom of movement. And so that has created a little bit of disruption at times. I think that also just an inability to get to the free throw line consistently, I think puts you on your heels a little bit, and so, or forces you to be a little overly aggressive at times. And so when you talk about the disparity in free throws, I think that's kind of the hidden stuff that you don't really know about looking from the outside in, but when you feel it when you're in the mix of it. And so we can hopefully get things to swing back our way at some point.
We'll close out the
Just
front
one
row.
final question for me. You mentioned just the mentality, the frustration. Would you consider this, especially with all of these players that you have out on injury, would you consider this to be growing pains for the rest of the players that are active?
Yeah, for sure. But I think it's growing pains for the team in general, just because we're inexperienced with each other. We're still a team that's looking to gel amongst each other. Only a few players, back from last year, and so. But this is a no excuse team. This is what it is. This is where we are. There's no escaping that. And so for us, it's about how we can move forward in a way that plays more along the lines of what we know we're capable of and what we've seen at times this season, but have struggled to find consistency over the last 5. And so all we can do is go work.
Thanks, everyone.
Guys, family, I'm going to tell you something. Let me tell you something, family. This is a situation where Humpty Dumpty has sat on the wall Humpty Dumpty, have a great fall. This is a bad situation where Tyler Marsh, Tyler, when you come up in here, with your goddamn chest. You say what you need to say. Yeah, you're down, but you're not out. It's still 35 more damn games to go. You down, but you're not out. You still have people that you said that they want to fight. Well, goddamn it, how you gonna fight when the leader sound like he's defeated? You could be disappointed, but you also, like me right now, I'm disappointed, but I'm not defeated. I'm disappointed that Chicago has lost. But I'm not defeated. We are here to support you, Tyler. To support those girls that's on that team, Tyler. To be here for Camila Cardoso, Skylar Diggins, Dejanay Carrington, Tyler, Sydney Taylor, Tyler. J.C. Sheldon ain't did nothing to us. We don't have no problem with J.C. Sheldon. We ain't gave up. We still goddamn here. And you gonna sit there, mumble and jumbo, talking about, yes, we have to fight. They can't fight without a good leader in charge. You have to galvanize them through this, Tyler Marsh. Yes, you are now looking at what you was looking at last year. Yes. But the difference is you don't have the same players you had last year. But I have to address it. Once I read this to you. I don't know where my damn glasses at, y'all. Sorry. So it says the 3 big risks the Chicago Sky took for the 2026 season and why they aren't paying off. Thanks, my baby girl. She wins. Appreciate it. It says this season isn't going to plan for Chicago Sky. The Sky always knew they were taking a risk this year. That's the MO for General Manager Jeff Pagliocca, who has shown a willingness to act quickly and make major transactions in hopes of him striking gold. For the first 4 games, the extensive gambles taken by the front office, not just this season, but for years, seem to be paying off in a surprising 3-1 road trip. But for 4-game losing streak, all at home, has quickly cracked open some of the most glaring flaws in this team's roster construction. Here are the 3 risks hurting the Sky the most, building around injured players. Injuries weren't a surprise for the Sky. Pagliocca went into this season with the understanding that Courtney Vandersloot wouldn't be available until mid-June at the earliest. He signed Azare Stevens, a player with a lengthy injury history, knowing she was still deep in recovery from a bone bruise in the knee. And he picked up Dejanay Carrington, Well aware she might not be available until after the FIBA World Cup break from August 30th, 31st to September the 16th. God damn. He was aware. See, they wouldn't give us these dates. They wouldn't give us these times. We was like, when Dejanay coming? When Dejanay coming? When he paid Dejanay almost $1 million to sit on the bench to August the 31st, chat. I wouldn't have done it. I love you, Dejanay. I wouldn't have done that shit. Not for that price. For a half a season, let's talk next year, but I'll give you a half a season. If you're going to give me less than a half a season, I'm going to pay you, thus wise. He's not a smart man. He's not a negotiator. He don't know what's happening. She don't come back to the FBA after the FBA. That's the whole damn season. He paid Dejanay Carrington, and she only got a 1-year contract. So she not coming back to this shit if this is a fucking losing season. You think Dejanay Carrington coming back here? Nobody. Those three players account for a quarter of the roster and command $2.4 million in total salary, nearly 35% of the Sky's payroll. Investing this heavily in recovering players placed a deep strain on the remaining players, a strain the Sky haven't been able to manage. Rickea Jackson's season-ending ACL tear threw this into perspective. The Sky has zero margin for error. None. They couldn't absorb the loss of the single player, especially not their leading scorer, because there already were such a deficit of bodies. The bouts of illness and small knocks to players such as rookie Gabriel Jaquez have forced the Sky to sign emergency replacement players and lean heavily on developmental players such as Aisha Kabali, who already has used up half of her eligible games for the Sky. Gambling on the health of already unhealthy roster also has placed undue burden on veteran point guard Skylar Diggins. At 35, Diggins is still an efficient and creative playmaker. But she and the Sky entered this season with a goal in monitoring her workload to prevent injury and preserve her body. Instead, Diggins is logging a team high 30 minutes per game. This isn't sustainable for the Sky, but neither is it the alternative, the directionless pattern of the lost minutes whenever Diggins takes a break on the bench. This issue will ease somewhat when Stevens is cleared to play without minute restrictions in the coming weeks, but Carrington and Vandersloot unavailable for almost the whole goddamn year. The Sky backcourt is stuck in flux and could remain that way for more than a half of the season. Relying on Camila Cardoso ascension. Of these risks, pouring into Cardoso's development was the lowest risk and most necessary rager for the Sky. The 6'7" center has the number 3 pick in the 2024 draft for a reason. Now, In her third season, Cardoso still is citing confidence as a key to her growth while averaging 12.9 points, slightly less than last year. Cardoso isn't playing poorly by any stretch of the imagination. She leads the all WNBA centers in rebounds, 9.6 per game, and is, tonight it just changed, so now she went to 10. She's averaging a double-double after tonight's game, and is 6th in scoring at her position. The Sky have added a new layer to her game in the pick and roll with Diggins, but Cardoso still has a prosperity to fade out of games, notably scoring any 2 points in a loss to the Toronto Tempo on Wednesday. Coach Tyler Marsh often fairly notes that the Sky don't want to put too much pressure on Cardoso, who still is learning. But it also fair to note that the bigs the Sky tend to use as comparisons for Cardoso, Asia Wilson, Nafisha Kaya, Jackwell Jones, will earn an All-Star, All-WNBA, 6th Player of the Year nods by their third season. Every timeline is different. Progress is never linear. But if Cardoso is going to break out, the Sky needs it to happen sooner, especially as she reaches the final year of her rookie contract in 2027. The stats on the other end of the court, Cardoso is fairly open about her weakness on defense, which can overshadow her fairly consistent scoring output. She still hasn't found her sweet spot for affecting shots around the rim, instead chasing blocks and picking up unnecessary fouls as a result of her instinct to reach. At other times, her defense engages the pursuit of motor for rebounds, sputtered, and stalls out completely. There's no reason to believe Cardoso won't evolve into a dominant force who can routinely take over games. Her physical profile and her level footwork could translate into true star power if paired with the reliable defense. But the breakout has been slow in coming for the Sky, who need consistency. Dominant versions of Camila Cardoso would weather their injury woes, abandoning the three-point arc again. The Sky won't win games without taking and making three-pointers. This has been true for 3 consecutive seasons. They averaged 4.8 made three-pointers in 2024. They improved slightly to 6.7 in 2025, but has dropped to 5.9 this season in the last 8 games, now 9. It's not even a small comfort that the Sky at least are taking more three-point shots, 23.8 per game, 10th in the 15-team league. Because they're shooting them at such a poor clip, 24.7%, last in the league, this situation developed further with Jackson injury. Season-ending injury. This average 4.8 made three-pointers in the 2024. Jackson injury, which removed 1.5 made threes per game from the Teal. Both Marsh and Pagliocca have cited the three-point arc as a clear area of improvement. But in training camp, the Sky still were operating with only 2 strong shooters in Jackson and Rachel Banham. Sydney Taylor ultimately won a roster spot because of her shooting ability, but the Sky didn't intend to use her in the main rotation, something that since occurred because of injuries. With Jackson hurt, the bulk of the Sky's three-point shooting responsibilities have fallen on Banham, who is coming off a career best year in which she averaged 3 per game of 35.7 shooting while starting most of this season. The Sky were high on Banham after her strong 2025 performance. What the fuck is they looking at? Am I looking at this shit? I mean, y'all hear this shit, man? Jeff Pagliocca hand all up in this shit. I'm gonna go back to see who wrote this. The Sky were high on Banham after the strong 2025 performance, but it's clear they don't plan for a potential regression. Banham after her strong 2025 performance, but it's clear they don't plan for a potential regression to the mean from the 32-year-old guard who would be returning to the bench role. Placing this much of a burden on Banham has taken a clear toll. She's shooting 29.4% behind the arc and has made only 10 three-pointers, 1.2 per game, which is still tops among active Sky players. God damn. Taylor is the only other player averaging more than 3 per game. This low volume from the rest of the roster means Banham and Taylor step into a harsh spotlight to the moment they come off the bench, further affecting their looks from the arc. This isn't the first time that the Sky made this mistake in recent history. Marina Mabry, similar struggles behind the arc when she became the primary shooting option during the disastrous 2024 season. Before requesting a trade, Mabry opened to reporters that she couldn't be expected to carry the team's entire three-point burden on her shoulders, noting that imbalance allowed other teams to blitz her at the point of attack and over the top of the screen to take away the best angles. The Sky used to be a decent three-point shooting team. Reporters has that she couldn't be a decent three-point shooting team. They never led the league, but the sheer presence of former sharpshooter Ailey Quirley, prepared with supporting shooters such as Kalia Copper, Candace Parker, and Vandersloot, was enough to keep the team in the middle of the league's rankings. If the Sky wanted to keep up in this category, they needed to improve. The Sky WNBA hasn't experienced a three-point revolution to quiet the same frenzy as the NBA, but change is inevitable. In 2019, the Sky ranked third in the league with 7.3 made three per game. In 2026, the number would rank 12th, but even stagnancy would have been better than current situation, which has flattened the offense into a predictable shell. Lord have mercy. We have no, listen, y'all. The Chicago Sky is in trouble, man. The Chicago Sky is in total trouble. They in so much damn trouble that they can't even see with their eyeballs. They so deep in the mud. What's up, Tiffy Coat? They so deep down, goddamn down in the mud that they can't even figure out what the hell is going on because it's so bad. Yes, Michael Alter is a terrible owner. Yes. Nadia Rollinson is a terrible VP. Yes. Jeff Pagliocca is a horrible GM. And yes, Tyler Marsh is not panning out to be a good coach. All of this is true. All this shit is true. But what are you going to do? Because I'm here. AC Chi-Town here. Chi-Town Chicago Cheetah here. ADP here. We all here. Camila Cardoso still here. Tasha Cloud here. Skylar Diggins here. Ray Stevens on the court. JC Sheldon here. Sydney Taylor here. What are you going to do? Because it looked like that you're folding. It looked like this team from the beginning and the end, going to halftime, this was a lost game. At no time did they surge to try to be ahead of this game. When you're down, you got to show fight. You got to continue to play defense. You got to put those damn threes up. Skylar Diggins is 35 years old. What the hell is she playing almost 30, 40 minutes? Why is that necessary? Because you did not plan. Tyler Marsh, Jeff P., you did not plan for this to go this way. You did not plan for it to turn out this way. Listen, I'm telling my check because I love y'all. I appreciate y'all coming and supporting me. But I'm telling y'all that this man, this GM, which we know is fugazi. He's not a real GM. So how can you judge the Chicago Sky? The players in its all inevitableness. How can you judge the players when Tyler Marsh ain't even figured out an action plan? A play action scheme. You ain't seen them run no giving goals nowhere. You ain't seen no one in a pick and roll action tonight's game. You go back and you go look at it. JC Sheldon looked like she couldn't even see over the top of my goddamn Georgia 8 more. What the hell is going on with that? Camila Cardoso was open 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. JC Sheldon, you got to pick that up. You got to look at film. You got to know she got her hands up. Get the ball in the air. Natasha Cloud, you got 0 points. 0. A goose egg. A dog like you. Natasha Cloud, you got me looking at you side-eye, sister. Natasha Cloud, you got me looking at you side-eye. Well, you could not find one reason to sit there and make everything happen going your way with Camila Cardoso, a superior center. Hell, ADP, did you know that Camila Cardoso is 5th in ranking in WNBA over all centers out of the 15? She's 5th. Not so bad, right? But it's bad when you got nobody around you. It's bad when you're looking for people to support you, to get you the ball, to put you and get you involved. They failed to get Camilla involved. How many play actions could you definitely call with a 5 and out situation you got going on? 5 and out. 5 and out. You got Camilla Cardoso at the top of the goddamn key. You got Camilla playing at the top of the key at 6'7", Tyler Marsh. That can't happen. You got one of the most dominant ones that's down there in the low. Skylar Diggins. One of these times, here it go right here. Skylar Diggins found Camilla Cardoso on a pick and roll, and it went beautifully. It went beautifully. Skylar Diggins at the top of the key. Camilla Cardoso gives a solid pick on Cody McMahon. Cody McMahon can't get through on that no goddamn Camilla Cardoso like that. Goes through over the top. Easy. Easy work. Easy. But you got the 35-year-old having to do this. In the early part of the game, but brother, she ended up with 6 blocks. Did you see how many times she blocked a shot? She got 6 fucking blocks. So Sha'Carri, Sha'Carri 8, but Camilla did all right too. It's all right. People gonna burn you long as you get yours. Ain't that what we taught as ballers? We ain't she ain't no shutdown, lockdown, defensive seatbelt queen. She's a rim protector. Her job is to block shots. She had 6 of them. I think that's over to achieve because you're only supposed to average 2 to 3 blocks a game. She had 6 with 5 assists. See, the problem is AC Chi-Town, y'all want more. You want her to do more. She's not the goddamn point guard of this goddamn team. She's not the 2 guard, which Michael Jordan was the 2 guard of his team or anyone you want to take, whoever you want to go with. The 2 guard has the responsibility of doing the multi of scoring. Camilla Cardoso ain't known to shut nobody down. Who she known shutting somebody down with?
Taylor, right.
Look at that. Look where Camilla is at, y'all. Look at where Camilla Cardoso. Pick and roll.
Kira Austin is bringing to the floor as a lead.
Look at Camilla. Look at Camilla, y'all. Just look.
Here this season.
Look, walking on offense. Look, just look. The ball's not her way.
Taylor.
Look what Camilla is. Did y'all see that play? Camilla not being aggressive. Angel would have got in front of Shakira and knocked her on her ass. Look at once again. Nobody's there, chat. Look. Skylar Diggins shot. Who is that? Sydney Taylor. Sydney Taylor shoots the ball. No one's down there. Who's down there? 5 and out. Look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That shit ain't working. That's not working. That's not working, not for the week, baby. Another one. 5 and out. 1, 2. Look at Camila Cardoso. This is your center, Tyler Marsh. This is why you're losing games. This is why you're losing games. This is your center. In the play action. This is your center. In the 5 and out at the top of the key. Not on the sides. Not close to the side where E will at. This is your center. Tasha Cloud. This is why you losing games, Tyler Marsh. You want Uncle to break it down to you? This is why. Another one. Camila Cardoso. Gave the ball away. Tasha Cloud, look, E will next to her. Why is she passing to Skylar Diggins? And you have Sydney Taylor rolling over here. Here's Sydney Taylor rolling. Bro, Claude, in the play, when you got a player like Taylor who is quick off the dribble, you open the paint and let Taylor go ISO. Yeah, but you don't put your center at the top of the damn key. But she can't get no damn rebounds. Come on, AC. You know I know this game. No, sir. She would be on the wing. She could ISO it if she so ISO from the top of the goddamn key. Angel do it all the time, and she fucking 6'3". What's going on, Brian Alahans? Here's another one. JC Sheldon. Camilla running from the basket. Not to the basket. She running from the basket, but she's finding her open slot. Asking for the ball. Stop it. I've never seen a play that the center run away from the basket. Y'all see this? Camilla running away from the basket because of what the offense. How easy? E will to Camilla over the top. How easy was that? In there, ask for the ball inside. Sha'Carri can't stop that. Sha'Carri Austin can't stop that. Chat. Sha'Carri can't stop it. Camilla was being, listen, she can't play like this if Tyler Marsh doesn't work those plays out for her to be there. 5 and out don't work for this team. They not shooting threes anyway. They're not shooting them, chat. They're not shooting threes anyway. They're last. They're dead last. They're dead last. Yes, high low on that play. And they had E Will running it. Open. Two bigs communicating. Didn't you see Angel used to do the same thing? I'm not going to do no predictions, Brian. You might be wrong. I might be wrong. So I hope for the best for my team. I hope he figure it out, but it don't look good. If he stay where he's at and be stuck where he's at, it's not gonna look good, chat. It's not gonna go. Look how come. Do you see that? We could do that the whole game. That was on Lauren Betts. Do you see that? Tasha Cloud, pick and roll. Camila Cardoso. Inside, bang, bounce pass. Come on, man. This is my point, y'all. This is my point. You cannot do 5 and out with this team because this team is not a three-point shooting team like that. The Sky running a heavy motor style offense. Yes, sir. But they don't have the heavy motor for it. They got Sidney Taylor to do it, but everything will be on Sidney Taylor. If Hawkins was there, Hawkins is hurt. So yes, this would work with Hawkins being in the game. This would work with Sidney Taylor, Hawkins, Aisha Kabali, those youngins in the game. That type of thing can work. The inter Chicago Sky have not overcame 5 straight losses, 4 at home and 1 on the road after Rickea Jackson goes down. I wonder why. It's because Tyler Marsh trying to run a 5 and out offense and then having the center right at the top. You got to change that up, Tyler. That don't fucking work. That's not working. Go back to doing what you was doing when you first started the 3 games that you won, even with Rickea there. God damn it, you have better defensive schemes going on than this. They tearing you apart where Sha'Carri Austin could go tween behind her back and then shoot a goddamn 3 and Camilla not all up on her. No, man. It says it's not 5 and out, bro. It's a motion offense. My bad, not motor. Yeah, it's a motion. Yes. He's running at times. He mixes it up with a motion offense, bro. But I clearly showed you a 5 and out is. Look at all of those players playing amongst the three-point line. That's a 5 and out, bro. Multiple times I could go through that thing and find multiple times on at least 20 to 25 plays where all 5 of them are out by the 3-point line. At least 20 to 25 plays, I can show you that. I know I can. Yes, they do miss Jacquet. Hawkins. But you got to make it work. These girls are solidified. Camila Cardoso, Skylar Diggins. J.C. Sheldon was the number 4 pick. I mean, number 5. Wait, yeah. J.C. Sheldon was number 5. She ain't off the hook. But she ain't looking. Listen, J.C. Sheldon was on the podium by her goddamn self. What a coward move by the veterans. Azurá Stevens should have been up on that podium. E. Will. You know, they ain't want Skylar to be on that podium because Skylar gonna set it off, set the bomb off. Sidney Taylor could go back to the podium because they're going to be having a rookie represent them in losses. It looked real cowardice then. But J.C. Sheldon in her 3rd year, I mean, damn. Azurá, Natasha, with your goose egg. Skylar, get y'all raggedy asses up there and get on that goddamn podium. and let the people who pay for you to play know why they was let down. Because it makes no sense at all for y'all to be losing this way. 5 straight, 5 in a fucking row. Ain't nobody paying, and you want me to pay some more money for some goddamn you. Hell no. You think I'm gonna pay? You think I'm gonna pay for a losing ass season? You think the Chicago fans who already predicted that it was gonna be empty because you gave away Angel Reese, that it was gonna be empty? No, stay your raggedy ass where you need to be. Because over here, we gonna talk real facts. It said, bro, called Camilla starts at high post, but rolls to her unless, no, it's so many different. Listen, I told you, bro, I called the game. You was right there with me. At least 20, maybe 25 times. I might be exaggerating 25 times, but at least 20 times. They was on that 5 and out shit. Well, Camilla was not running to know nothing. E. Will was out. E. Will shot 4 jumpers. Do you remember? That's 4. Let's just take that one. E. Will shot 4 jumpers, and Camilla was up at the top. Do you remember that? See, I watch it for free on Fire Stick. I know. Hey, look, I'm gonna just tell y'all, man. AC Chateau, you ain't gonna get on my motherfucking nerve, man. These sisters lost. These sisters lost, y'all. I'm so aggravated. I'm so aggravated about this situation that we have here in Chicago. For 4 straight years, we've lost like this. So it ain't because Angel's gone that we lost. It ain't. We lost with Angel, and we lost before Angel and Camilla came. So it ain't about Angel or Camilla. It's about this losing ass organization. It is about the way this organization chooses to run itself. It's the activity that goes on in the front office of this loser ass mentality that they have. This is so disrespectful. Of how this absolute same thing can happen 4, 5 years in a row. Sell a team, Michael Alter. You have a GM that does not belong there. And he showed in his 3 years of failure. Do y'all know that I just read that Dejanay Carrington not coming until August the 31st, between September 7th or 8th? The goddamn season shit that they gave away free money and they could have used it for something. This is the shit this is what Jeff Pagliocca has done. August the 31st, not for the week. She's not going to be ready for June. She's not going to be here for July. August, all of August going to be gone. The kids going to be back in school on the 31st. She getting a free check. She hit him on the head. Good job, Daisy Nate. Hey, Nate. Nate. Good job, Nate. Good job. Good job, Nate. You hit him up. Get money. Hit him up. Get money. Get money. Hit him up. Get money. I told y'all that this boy is a dummy. They hired the fry guy to give money. Yeah, they be back in school shopping and everything. Tiffy coat. Daisy ain't she gonna be like, summertime shower with Kanye playing. With Kanye playing, rolling down on the lakefront. What up, bro, Claude? Burr. I can't make this up. I can't make this up. Y'all, listen, man. This is a situation that's sad. Sad. And in celebration of what has been going on and what has transpired, I am glad out of all of this, Angel Reese gets to go to a team where she could go and be celebrated and be able to make wins happen along with her teammates that understands what it is and what the objective is. There is not a way that you can convince me that this man thought that he was going to hire a whole bunch of injured players and it was going to work out well. Who fucking does that? Who has a plan in their mind to say, well, I'm going to give Courtney Vandersloot $1 million. She's not going to be ready to after the... Chat, they just money laundering, chat. Dejanay is there to sell tickets and to push the CC rivalry. They got to fill the United Center twice this season. They need all CC ops in the building. Now the Angel gone. No, that she ain't gonna be fucking dressed, baby girl. She ain't gonna be dressed. What are you talking about? Dejan ain't even gonna be on the court, boo. She not gonna be dressed. So that shoots that down. Bro, Claude, you won Carrington last year, but now it's a problem, my brother. LOL, she was hurt 90% of last year when everybody wanted her to play with Angel. Yes, she hurt. She hurt. Don't nobody, I said it. I wouldn't have, I just said in the beginning of this show, I wouldn't have gave her that money. I would have gave her for how many or whatever the time that she was available. I would have made sure she got that money. Same thing last year. Yeah, ain't nobody coming to see Dejanay. Dejanay won't even be on the court. She got to get her money up. Nobody even coming to the goddamn stadium, Tiffy Co. How they gonna sell out some damn United Center? They ain't coming to the Wintrust. Tiffy, come on now. Did you see how the stadium looked the 4 games? Even on the first home game? The first home game, it was a little over full. But did you see it? Hey, my brother, Oh, you just trying to make me happy. Hey, my brother Jabari became a member up in here. Shout out to my brother Jabari. Hey, as we always do over here on Steady Serving, this is the way we get it done. It's always going to be a celebration. I celebrate my chat. I pay attention to my chat. I give love to my chat. And I appreciate my chat because my chat make me who I am. Listen, y'all. Brother Jabari has became a bread maker officially today on this channel. And we gonna celebrate that man like we always do around about this time with the bread maker song. I'm trying to find it where it's at. They done move my stuff around, chat. Come on with it. I'm a bread maker. 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 I'm a bread maker.
We got that rap van rolling on them dubs. You can catch us later while we ballin' in the club. We them bread makers, we them bread makers, we them bread makers, we them bread makers. Shots me in the club, spinning them ends, smelling like ginger man oil in my bins. Drop top down and I'm rolling two friends. Bread making everywhere, starting new trends. Drinking baby girl, she looks so good. She said she want a hustler, represent the hood. Knots in my pocket make peace say you can't touch me, baby, if you dream that you could. I'm so fresh. Yes, I'm fly. I got that money, yeah, man. I'm the guy. Shutting me down, no, use a lie. Ginger man, top bread maker in the shot.
Yeah. Shout out to my main man, 100 grand, my nephew, brother Jabari Mitchell. Thank you for becoming a member right here. Listen, man, hottest podcast on YouTube. You better believe it. You better know it. Entertaining. You know what I mean? The one hit wonder, baby. I'm just telling y'all. This is what I do. This is what I do. Man, listen, man. Look. I know everybody. It says, I'm a bread maker now, bro, Claude. So, well, my rap chain. Hey, it's coming. We finna do the raffle. Once we hit 5,000 subscribers, y'all, the t-shirts is coming out. Y'all know I make them. Y'all already see my t-shirt. You know I'm gonna make your t-shirt. We're gonna do a raffle. I'm gonna give out about 10 to 15 t-shirts just in the raffle for my members. You know what I'm saying? The ones who join this channel. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate the stream, bro, Claude. Period, bro. I appreciate you so much, too. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, brother. I appreciate y'all, man. Listen, y'all. Turn on your notifications every time I drop a hot banger. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Please give to the channel. Support the channel. Be a bread maker here with me as we go on through this season and the loss of, you know what I mean, the loss of the Chicago Sky. Y'all can hear about me celebrating in the morning with the Atlanta Dream. You can hear about what's going on and what I seen from Angel Reese in the game. And definitely, y'all, give me some love. Show me some love. I'll be starting off at 10 a.m. first thing in the morning. Come on out, watch, and celebrate with your brother from another mother. It ain't no other. Bars. So, y'all, listen. Share. Listen, y'all got my shares up. Listen, man, y'all been sharing this channel. And my shares have been up. Let me show y'all from last year on the shares that it was last year in the community. Y'all got my share. Y'all been sharing this channel, man. Listen. y'all got 50,000 viewers came to this channel in views, 50,000 from sharing, just from sharing. That's the analytics. And this is what you guys have been doing. Share the channel. Tell people about the channel. Join the channel. Give to the channel. Guess what? I'm gonna keep on doing it. Y'all seen how I started last year. Y'all see how I am this year. Y'all already see me. Y'all see I'm growing. It says not for the weak idea where facility they was borrowing money for Michael Alter for say Tiffany, they ain't gonna play in no UC. Watch that venue gonna change. They did that schedule before Angel left. They'll be in Wintrust. Yeah, no, they'll be in Wintrust. But UIC, AC Chi-Town Calvin, you forgot UIC got 15,000 in their gym. Yeah, remember? It don't matter where they go, typical. UIC got 15,000. Yeah. They got 15,000 capacity. So it don't matter if they go to Wintrust or not. It don't matter. If they go to UIC, it's still 15,000. So it is what don't nothing change unless it's the United Center. You know what I mean? Sorry, we ain't the Tempo. The Tempo bringing in 20,000. God damn. How that? Listen, the Fire bringing in 20,000. The Portland Fire, y'all. Getting it done. That's how smart those GMs is over there. Jeff Pagliocca not fucking smart. Look at these expansion teams. Look at Natalie Unacasa. If Jeff Pagliocca wanted to be like Natalie say no big eyes, then cut everything, cut everybody, fuck all that. We gonna do it. We gonna get it down to the bone. No, this is you. Not even Natalie. Oh, UC, not UIC. Oh, United Center. Oh, okay. United Center. Oh, that's 50,000. They ain't filling up no 50,000. They ain't filling up. They ain't doing 7,000. Chicago Sky ain't doing 7,000. Check. They trying to write this off for Texas. They writing this off for Texas. I'm telling y'all, y'all keep the main thing, the plot. Michael Alter had a plan. If it was gonna go left, he hired the worst. Listen, he hired the worst GM in the country. Michael Alter and Nadia Rollinson, they hired the worst GM in the country on purpose. They knew that man wasn't going to work out. That man was a developmental so-called coach. A developmental coach get promoted to assistant coach. Most times. If you're a good developmental coach, you can get a head coaching job just to see if it worked out. But a developmental coach became the GM of your fucking team. He's the GM of your team. A developmental coach. But I told y'all, the plot thickens. Because they knew already this is always an alternative. Good business people always know if it does this, cool. If it does this, this is what we'll do. It's always an A, B, C, D plan with these type of people. The man won't even spend money on his own facility. Y'all already know what's going on. I try to tell y'all what's going on. Y'all sleep. If the Chicago Sky lose, that's all part of the plan. He could say he ain't made no money. When it comes to his court case, he wanted to get rid of Angel. Y'all better keep the main thing the main thing. Y'all better peep with what's going on. Angel brought eyes to this thing. They won't go get no damn Caitlin Clark because Caitlin Clark will bring eyes to this goddamn thing here. They don't want no damn eyes over here. It says not for the week. They might not have anybody. When the NBA All-Star game was in Chicago, we didn't have anybody from the team. Understand, the money made at the All-Star game goes to the WNBA, not the team. That's right. That goes to the WNBA. They ain't making nothing off of that venue. The WNBA got that venue booked. That's not Chicago Sky money. Chicago Sky would get money off of stuff that's being sold and people coming by Chicago Sky jerseys and shit like that they'll have up in the stadium. But no, everybody gonna have jerseys up in the stadium. The fact that ATL owners stealing money like the Chicago owners, but when they got Angel, ATL, they decided to start spending money. LOL. Yup. They was doing that now. You right, Tiffy. It's the difference. It's a difference. It's a difference. But y'all, I gotta get up out of here. Turn on your notifications every time I drop a hot banger, y'all. Share, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Please give to the channel. Like I said, keep the main thing in the comments. Tell me what you think at this point the Chicago Sky should do. Tell me where the Chicago Sky would end up if they make the right decision to do the right thing. Sell the team, continue to go and get new people for the roster, or just sit in the slum of things. Also, keep all of the facts. Stay cool, calm. When you leaving a comment, and don't be in the comment going crazy. Not to the people that's in the chat, but the ones that's hate watching right now, the hate watchers. I got a threat, y'all. I got my first threat today, live on the Players Club. I got my first threat. He said he'll beat my bitch ass. He said you causing hate. You got white hate. Hey, I'm not even finna go there, but I'll tell you this. We are just only 9 games in. It's 35 more games to watch. And I'm just telling y'all, chat, I'm here for all the smoke. So I thank you for what you do. I thank you for what you've done. And I thank you for what you will do. But as always, I leave as I came with another banger. We gonna work it out, man. We gonna work it out. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate y'all so much, man. We gonna get up out of here and file out. Hit the like button, y'all. Hit the like button.
Chicago, nigga.
Chicago.
King Kong ain't got shit on me.
Dear foreigner, welcome to my city. See the bright light, skyscrapers looking pretty. Perfect skyline, postcard from a city, and we still on the rise, more construction keeping busy. Always bear down on your blue in the windy. Can't forget the Bulls, red and black run the city. Chicago, fire in the sky, WNB. A white Sox in the Cubs up in Wrigley. Got a couple rings like I played for the Blackhawks. Always on the grind when my feet hit the asphalt. Dedication, hard work, and preparation. Never giving up to reach the goals I've been chasing. When it goes down, I'ma be the main attraction. Better stand back when the cameras start to flashing. Countdown, buzzer beater, how the game go. Crowd goes wild, cause you know who they came for. Michael Jordan, D-Wade when I'm scoring. Great Walter Payton, John Tays when I'm enforcing. You already know I had to make an anthem. Shot-town in the building, then you know what I stand for. Chicago, it's the city of the wind.